Hey everybody, welcome back to VLOGUARY. Today we are going to film a memory keeping plan with me for this middle week of November. And this was where we came home from Mexico, got food poisoning, and then mostly recovered and then left for our New Zealand trip. So to demarcate that, I have a kit from, or really these are the a la carte sheets from Pink Leaf Prints. The kit is called Adventure Awaits. You can get like a full kit, but I just decided to get 4 a la carte sheets. So I got the full boxes and the appointment labels, the washi extra full box, and the date covers, the functional page, for lack of a better term, and then the glitter headers and deco sheet with some page flags and stuff. So I might have to pull in a couple of things from my multicolor collection because I don't know that I have enough labels, or I might just like use extra glitter headers, sorry, as labels. We'll see how that goes. Or with the half boxes, I might just like put 2 things on a half box because that works sometimes. I am also going to use these Planner Pixie Co. Passport stamp underlays in regular gold. I have 2 sheets of those. And then I have some regular gold foil from the Prairie Planner, the Flight Path overlays, and the Travel Script overlays that I used in the last plan with me. So this is going to be a talk through because I just think that'll work better timing wise today, and I've got all my character stickers pulled. This one should be relatively short because there's not a lot to mark except on Friday. So let's just jump into it. Okay, so I am going to do 2 full boxes on Sunday because I literally only have 3 things to mark because technically this day did not exist for us because we were flying from California to New Zealand. So like you lose a day when you do that. So I'm going to mark like basically what I did in flight, but I'm not 100% certain what day that took place on. I'm like, was it technically Saturday? Was it technically Sunday? I have no idea. So we're just going to mark it as best we can, and then that works out because I don't need a full box on Friday because I've got a lot of things to mark. So I'm going to pick which 2 full boxes I think would look the best on this day. I feel like this passport like bag one would look good. And then I definitely want to use this airplane mode overlay, so I feel like that'll look best over either the hat or the luggage, just to like make it stand out. I feel like over the hat would make it stand out the best, so I'm going to actually pull this up and place it right away just to account for that. Would it look good here? No, because this one has text on it. Yeah, I think it's going to look the best here. Don't ask me why I'm trying to do like 3 things at once right now, but that's kind of how talk through plan with me's go. Okay, yeah, that definitely looks the best as far as contrast. I try to like be judicious with how many foiled overlays I use. Like I want to make sure it actually enhances the look of the full box and not just like add more stuff to it. You know what I mean? So this day is going to get 2 full boxes because there's not much happening and I'm not convinced I actually lived this day. And then let me go ahead and put in the rest of my full boxes for now. Okay, I'm going to save this full box for now because I'm going to want to put it in the sidebar, and I'm realizing I need to go through my collection and find a weekly checklist because I do want to mark dinners. But for now, let me go in with all of my underlays. So I think I should have enough. We'll have to kind of see. But I think I should have enough to put 3 on Friday because usually there's like 2 left over. So hopefully that works out. And I have nothing to talk about during this portion, so let me just go ahead and put all of these down, and then we will move on to our next step after we're done with that. I love these underlays so much. I like want to use them all the time. Okay, we still had 2 left over because we used the same number of full boxes. It's just allocated to different days. Okay, so that is done. I kind of wish I had rotated, like alternated the direction every other box, but oh well. If you know anything about clear sticker paper and foiled sticker paper, you know that those stickers are not going to come up nicely at this point. So let's go ahead and go in with bottom washi then. I've started doing the right hand side first because at least in the Sadie Stickers planner, like this side, for some reason, is measured differently than the other side. I think they fixed it in the 2025 planner, but I'm still in the 2024, so just gonna have to deal with it for a little bit longer. And actually, I'm having to overlap this just a tad because there's not enough space on this side for some reason. Okay, that looks like it's not overhanging, but that is a little bit layered. You probably can't tell, but that's fine. So I'll put these down, and then I think I'll do glitter headers next so that I can get the date covers and deco down. And I will use both just because this is a mini kit, so it's not like I'm saving anything for a leftovers week. And this one like just fits on that side. Okay, I think that's fine. Yep, that looks pretty good. So I'm not sure that I'm gonna use like this little skinny piece of washi. Yeah, probably not, but we'll see. So I'm gonna go in with my glitter headers now, and I am going to color block actually, even with this little mini kit, because I think with these really bold colors or like really distinct colors, I think it would look best that way personally, but we'll just kind of have to see how it goes. It can be tricky to color block with a mini kit, but I just love color blocking so much that I'm not willing to give it up. And like you can see, I kind of tried to color block my full boxes as much as possible as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and put all of these down, and then we'll probably do date covers and deco. Actually, let me put down the first few date covers with you, because I like to do this as I am putting down the top row of glitter headers, because it gives you something to like balance off of, if that makes sense. Because I can't put down date covers without the glitter header, quite frankly. At least I can't put it down very straight. So, whoa, I just yanked up the whole skinny piece of bottom washi. Did not mean to do that. I don't know 100% what the point of that really skinny piece of washi is. I suppose you could put it like across the top, but I think it would look a little funny with the deco, although the deco is like huge. So I don't know how I'm going to use that actually across the top, unless I trim a lot of it. That might be what we have to do. Okay, I'm gonna put the glitter headers and the date covers down and think about what I'm doing with the deco. Okay, I think I'm gonna save this sidebar for after we've done the weekly plans, just to make sure that like I have enough of everything for the week first. So, and also to figure out like spacing and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in my deco now. This deco is like really big, so we'll see how far we get with it. Lowest priority is going to be the spider, because oh my god, my husband, like, he doesn't tease me about a lot of things, honestly. Like, that's not our relationship truly, but one thing he will tease me about is like tarantulas, because he thinks they're like cute, which like I can kind of see it, but at the same time I'm like, yeah, no. So I'm gonna put the compass here. So doing the best I can with this deco. I'll probably pull in some date dots maybe, so that it doesn't matter so much that I am like covering up the date circles, although I can probably write in there anyway. How are you all this week? I am getting ready to start up a new semester. So classes start for me, I was gonna say I know tomorrow. So it should be interesting to see how things go this semester. Spring semester, especially in community college, I feel like everyone's quite drained. Okay, we're gonna have to use the spider. So yeah, we'll just have to see. Take it one step at a time this semester. I'm not sure what these are supposed to be, like some sort of vases or something. Something from an archaeological dig. I know this is supposed to be sort of like Indiana Jones themed, and I did not see the latest Indiana Jones movie, so don't exactly know what is being referenced here other than like the older stuff. Like that's probably supposed to be the Holy Grail. Figure out all my spacing here. So I'm gonna have to make some adjustments over here. So give me 1 minute to do that. Okay, so I'll definitely have to make some trims at the top, but finally figured that out. I do still have this fern left. We might use that in the sidebar. I am going to, I realize, actually put down the sidebar because I don't know why. I just got like mental clarity while putting down the deco about whether or not I should do the sidebar right now. So I have this week header from my leftovers collection. And I am going to use the rest of this color of glitter header that goes on Thursday. And I don't have anything to write in the sidebar this week, so we're just going to keep it moving with my weekly checklist for dinner. My dinners this week were very sad because I had food poisoning. So on Monday, I just ate cold tofu, like uncooked, like it's technically, is it technically cooked? I know it's fermented. I grew up eating tofu, so like I love it. And I think it's a great hangover and sick food because it's got a lot of moisture and it's very mild. So like if you're on a bland diet, it helps with that, in my opinion. And then also it's got protein. So that was my Monday dinner, was just like a cold block of tofu. If you've watched Great British Bake Off, Kim Joy, I forget which season she was on, but she was like saying how she likes to just eat it straight out of the container with a little bit of soy sauce. And I'm like, oh my God, girl, same. I love her. She's so sweet. Tuesday, I just had rice, like white rice, which was very sad. Wednesday, I actually had pasta. I had worked up to that. And also on Thursday, it was probably like plain pasta now that I'm thinking about it, actually. And then Friday, I had tofu and yogurt, not together, separately, but the yogurt was a moment and I was like, oh my God, I just realized I can have yogurt. I'm so happy. You know, I'm gonna actually put in a box here since I have a little bit of space left. And then Saturday night, Air New Zealand food was actually pretty good. They had this lamb and couscous dish that I was really excited about, but it upset my stomach because I was still not better. So that was sad for me because it was actually really good. But my stomach was fighting me at that point. Okay, so we use up our last piece of deco. And I think my sidebar looks pretty legit. Okay, so then the only other thing to do with the base, I didn't end up using any of these in the sidebar, but I think that's okay. I'll probably reorder those, honestly, at some point. So that'll be fun. So I already used one of these for airplane mode. Which boxes here could use bigger quotes? I don't want to put any quotes on boxes that have words. So this one, this one, this one, and this one will not get word boxes. Let's use work, save, travel, repeat on, let's see. Let's use it here. I feel like it'll show up nicely. And also I worked half of this day, although I used my sick time earlier in the day to go to the doctor, but we will talk about that. And then I'll use the will work for travel. Well, no, Monday was a day off, so I don't want to use it that day. Maybe we'll save this one for, don't stick there. Save this for another time. They have to make sense for the context of the week and then also like actually fit with the box. I'm gonna put, I haven't been everywhere, but it's on my list on Monday. Over the girl, and then that might be enough of these for now. Let's use a couple of these. Put one with a heart here. Cute. And then let's do one of these on Thursday. I want to make sure I save enough of these for the next 2 weeks as well. One there, and then I don't think I'm going to do any in the sidebar for now. So let us, I feel like I want a quote on this day. Let's use Adventure Awaits. Oh my goodness, I tore it in half. Well, that can be fixed. It's like part of it didn't want to come off. So let's repair this. I'm gonna do that off camera. Alrighty, so there is our base. So let's go ahead and get into the day by day, and then afterwards I will decide if I need any foil in the sidebar. Alright, so Monday was Veterans Day, so my husband and I both had this day off. We were still in Mexico because the weekend before, if you don't remember, we were attending our friend's wedding. So this day we were supposed to fly out at like 7 a.m. I woke up to our flight being delayed by a couple of hours, which normally would be very frustrating, but we also woke up with food poisoning. Still not sure exactly where it happened. I need to move this. Hopefully this sticker will come up. I have a bad feeling it might not, but I forgot I was only marking 2 things on this day, or in this box. So yeah, I woke up, I think we were supposed to get up at like 3 or 4 because the airport was probably like half an hour away, if I remember correctly. And we needed to Uber there, so we needed to leave time to like Uber and all of that, but I probably woke up like 2 hours before we needed to be awake, and I could tell that I was not well, but I was kind of in denial about it, so I just kind of like laid in bed. Then my husband's alarm went off, my alarm went off, and then I could tell my husband was sick too, and I was like, oh no. So took us a minute to get out of the hotel room. Not gonna go into details because that's disgusting, but yeah, it was not good. And when I get sick like that, it's not very often, first of all, but then also it's like if I have to be somewhere and I don't feel well, I get really anxious. Like my anxiety kicks into high gear of like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? And in this case, this was my first time being really sick and out of the country. So that was kind of terrifying. And I'm like, we have to go through, airport security. We have to check did we have to check our bags? I can't remember. This is from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. to mark being sick, and then this is from Planet Hannah to mark Veterans Day, of course. But yeah, just like there's so much that goes into flying in the first place, but then also going through Customs and Border Patrol and all of that. So I was very, very anxious. We had to wait in line. Oh, it wasn't to check our bags. It was because it was an international flight. So like at the airport, you can't just like go through. You have to like go get your passport checked out and all of that. Because we didn't check bags for this flight, I'm remembering now. To mark the flight, that's from the sticker party. So we were feeling really lightheaded in the airport line, and it's like we have no choice at this point. Like we have to get on our flight and go home. Like really the best way to solve the problem that we were having is to go home. But it was quite a journey to get there. It kind of helped out that our flight was delayed by a few hours because it gave us some time to get everything in order. Also, I got the random selection for extra security. So like Nathan got on the plane way before me. I was like the last person to go through the extra security screening, and they were taking their sweet time. I'm like, am I gonna get on this plane? They're not gonna leave without me, right? So Ugh, it was the worst. And we had to have a layover in LAX, and the LAX International Terminal, you arrive and then like there's no way to stay in the secure part of the airport to get to your next flight. So we had to go through security a second time, which really sucked because then I couldn't take the bottle of Sprite that I had bought at the Mexican airport with me. So, which was one of the few things keeping me like alive, that and some random very stale Tums we bought in the airport. So yeah, but we made it home eventually. We were reunited with the cats, and then we just watched YouTube in bed because what a freaking day. So that's from Beneva Creations, and that's from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. I'm probably not telling that story very well, but honestly, a lot of it's very blurry. I was not okay. And you know, part of me wishes I could go into more specific detail, but also part of me is like, nobody needs that. But yeah, it just took us a long time to get through the airport and everything because like we were just not well. So then Tuesday, we just like went about our lives. We were still sick. So this is to mark still being sick. Notice there's not a lot of things I'm marking this week because we were just trying to frickin' recover. That's from Beneva Creations. I did some lesson planning. So that's from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. And then I did go and teach my classes because I'll just say I wasn't throwing up anymore. But I was still having other issues, but I could mostly get through the day. Oh, and one of my classes was doing peer review anyway, so at least I didn't have to lecture that class. But still, it was not very fun. Basically, we were waiting a couple of days to see if it would go away on its own, because a lot of times it will. This time it did not. So the next day we did go to the doctor. We'll talk about that in a minute. So that's from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. to Mark teaching all of my classes. And I did do some grading this day. So that's from Corks and Corgs Co. So for some reason I didn't write in anything that I watched on TV that night, but I might have just gone to bed early because I was probably exhausted. So then Wednesday, we talked about it on like Tuesday of like, okay, if we're not better by Wednesday, what are we going to do? So by Wednesday, we weren't better, still having lots of gut problems. So it was like, okay, I'm going to cancel my morning class and we're going to go to the doctor. So we went to urgent care and ended up being very expensive. We have health insurance, but we're on a high deductible plan. And I think this next year, what we're going to do, we're still going to stay on that plan because I did the math and like, the not high deductible plan, basically we would have paid the same amount for the whole year, but things would have been covered, but it was pretty much even about how much we actually spent. But this year we should definitely use the HSA in order to not pay taxes on the money that we have to pay for healthcare stuff, just in case something happens like this again. So this is for still being sick. I was a little better, but not totally better. So that's from Beneva Creations, and we went to urgent care. And basically the doctor was like, well, it's most likely viral. So, but what we won't really know until like the end of the week if it doesn't like go away. Did I not pull enough stickers for this? Bad feeling. Hold on. I figured it out. I was supposed to put 2 things on here. So she was like, well, if it's viral, it'll go away by the end of the week. If it's bacterial, I can prescribe you a Z-Pack because we had explained that we were leaving again at the end of the week. And take that after the week is up, and then hopefully that'll help. So that was good. We went to CVS after to try and pick up the prescription as well as buy some Pedialyte that we desperately needed. And then I graded some papers. So this is really old from Ovoloco. This is from Corks and Corgs. That's kind of hard to say. And then I did go and teach my afternoon class. And I was just like, hey, y'all, like I'm feeling well enough to like be here. I don't have anything contagious, I promise. I think I probably told them that I had food poisoning. And I was like, but just so you know, I'm not like 100% today. I can mostly do my job, but like if I say anything weird, just let me know. And then I watched some stand-up comedy that night. So that is from Beneva Creations. So that is the first half of the week. Food poisoning central, getting to the doctor. being like, please help me. And she was very sweet, the doctor, but basically her point was like, don't take the antibiotics until like, it seems like, until we have more of a sign that it is bacterial and not viral. Because if it was viral, the antibiotics probably would, I mean, no, they wouldn't have done anything. So yes, but I didn't take them until the week after this because I wanted to give it the full college try. I wanted to give my body a chance to like recover on its own, and plus like, you know, antibiotics kill your natural bacteria too that you need to like digest food. So I didn't want to nuke my stomach basically if I didn't have to. So that was the thought process there. Okay, Clover was 19 months old this day, so that's from Beneva Creations. My husband worked from home. Did he take sick days, or did he actually go into the office with food poisoning? I don't know. Can't remember. But that's from Sugar Pop Fizz, and then this is from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. to mark that my gut was a little bit better this day, but I was feeling anxious because I was like, why did we book these trips so close together? Why did we do this? Like, I was worried about getting like COVID or something from the wedding the week before, because that's been the top of everybody's mind, right, as far as illness goes. I was not anticipating food poisoning. I've never had food poisoning. My husband has, he'll tell you. But I have not. So I was like, what the heck, you know? But that's life. So I did some laundry this day. That's from Michael's. I taught all of my classes this day. This is from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. And then I was watching John Mulaney's Baby J, which is a very funny comedy special if you like stand-up comedy. So that's Thursday. And then Friday, I don't have a full box because there were just a million little things that I was taking care of this day. So I need 4 things in each box. I'm saying that out loud because I don't have that many labels because I am doubling up on some things. And I did have to pull in some things from my multicolor collection for this day because I ran out of this color, since I insist on color blocking. This is crooked and I don't like it. Or maybe the glitter header's crooked. I don't really know. Okay, so first thing I'm marking this day is that my husband worked from home. Again, this is from Sugar Pop Fizz. And then I was lesson planning the rest of the semester because we were kind of at that point in the semester where I can do that. Like, I don't know how to explain that, but there reaches a point at the end of the semester where like there's only so many classes left. So instead of like just doing the next week's lesson planning, I will just scope out the whole rest of the semester. Something's crooked here, but I can't tell what, and I'm gonna put characters over it anyway. So for lesson planning, I have this to-do list, Molly, from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. I had to go drop off my keys at my friend's house because she was going to check on the cats for us while we were gone the next day. So that is also from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. And then we got My Chemical Romance tickets this day, so that was exciting. So that, you can't buy that from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. That was like a special kit, but I thought it matched the colors of this kit, so that's very cute. Very excited for that concert, even though it's mostly for my husband. But I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of in my emo era right now, so that's what we're gonna do. Then I did more laundry because I was probably packing, and then I had a Zoom meeting for work this day. This looks so crooked, but I feel like it's just something else, you know? And then I look at it on camera later and I'm like, it's not crooked at all. Why are you being weird? So for laundry, I have another one of these from Michael's. I have to double up on this day, but I can write pretty small, so it's fine. Actually, I'm gonna put in the rest of the boxes first before I continue. So I had that Zoom meeting for work. Wasn't able to go to as many like professional development meetings this semester because I was always so busy. So for that, I'm going to use this little like conversation bubble. And then I was just really anxious this day because we were supposed to be leaving the next day. And we did, and it all worked out, and it was fine, but I was quite stressed. I did get yogurt finally this day, and that was like a lifesaver. So I don't know what type of sticker that's supposed to be from Beneva Creations, but I thought it was the only thing I had that looked like yogurt. But yeah, yogurt was really a game changer, both before and during taking antibiotics for sure, to like give my stomach a chance to like repopulate with like good bacteria instead of whatever nasty bacteria I picked up from who knows where. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in the rest of my labels on Friday and then figure out what I'm actually marking. This was the night of the stupid Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight, and for some reason my husband wanted to watch it. That's like so not him, but he was like, let's watch it, and it's so stupid. Like they built up to it so much, and then it was just like nothing, if that makes sense. Just in case you're wondering if you missed anything, you really didn't. And plus, like the live stream was buffering like the whole stupid time, so I wasn't really paying attention to it that much. Clover, our kitten, seemed to be interested, but that's because her and Evie basically do WWE in the house on a regular basis. If you have 2 cats, you probably know. Itty Bitty Sticker Co. for the stupid fight. This is from Cinderella Paper for packing. This is from Corks and Corks Co. for, what is this for? SNL. I was watching SNL, I guess. And then I tried to play with the cats since we were going to be leaving, and I felt bad. So that's from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. But they weren't really into it that day. And also I think I felt bad also because I'd been sick all week and probably hadn't played with them that much. Okay, so that's Friday. Saturday, there's only 4 things to mark, so that makes life easy. This was day 180 since Clover ended FIP treatment, so that felt momentous, especially because we were leaving this day. So we postponed this trip initially because she got sick. So it makes sense that by the time we were at 180 days without her having to take any pills, we were leaving. So that's from Beneva Creations to mark that. And then my dad picked us up and drove us to Richmond BART. So I'm just using a taxi for that because I didn't have anything better to mark that with. And yeah, it was a really nice and easy way to get to San Francisco Airport. Even though the train that would have gone directly there, they canceled it at the last minute, but then we just got on the train that you transfer and connect that way. Unless you're in the Bay Area, it really doesn't matter to you, but that is what we had to do in order to get there. When we came home 2 weeks later, we were able to just get the direct Red Line train from SFO to Richmond. So yeah, we were originally going to take Amtrak to Richmond, or yeah, to Richmond BART, but then my dad was like, oh, I can just drive you there. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, that'll save us an Amtrak fare. And then the BART train was like $12 round trip, so not super cheap, but not super expensive either. At the airport, we were still kind of sick, which was unfortunate, but my husband makes friends everywhere, particularly with older people, and this like middle-aged Irish gentleman like was flying from Ireland. He had a layover in SFO in San Francisco that day, and then he was flying to New Zealand to meet up with his wife, who was competing in field hockey championships. I guess it's like a global thing. And so he was really looking to talk to somebody. So he started talking to my husband, and we were just exchanging stories about the differences between like the US and Ireland and all this stuff. So yeah, he was just looking for somebody to chat with, looking for a friend that day. So I put in a 3-leaf clover for that. I thought that was kind of appropriate, or a shamrock, whatever you want to call it. That's from Beneva Creations. And then finally, we got to SFO like super early. Like we gave ourselves so much time, and I love that airport, like because it was so easy and so quick to like get through everything. So we were waiting for quite a long time. But then in the evening, we finally left on our flight, our Air New Zealand flight to New Zealand. So I've been saving this giant fox and cactus sticker, but I finally get to use it. So it was very exciting. And then Sunday, we were just in flight, like I said many times. I'm not sure if I actually lived this day or not. Like, when did I live it? I'm not 100% sure. So I did a couple of things. I meant to do more grading on the plane, but I was so exhausted and still not feeling well that I didn't make that much progress. I did grade like the whole week we were away, except for like when we got into like Thanksgiving and Black Friday, because I would have had that time off anyway. So yes, I only graded a couple of papers in flight. Luckily the in-flight Wi-Fi worked, because a lot of times it doesn't, but I feel like on international flights it's usually better. So to mark grading a few papers, this is from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. Cute pen, even though it was on my iPad, but you know. And I don't have the Apple Pencil yet. That might be something I get in 2025. Although I don't really want to work on vacation ever again if I can help it. So unless there's like family weddings or something that I have to travel to, I'm not going to like try and travel and work at the same time. I watched the Garfield movie, which was actually quite good, in case you were wondering. The opening of it is pretty much just a ripoff of the opening scene of Oliver and Company, but I liked it. I liked that movie. So that's all of this is from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. And then the last thing I'm going to mark on Sunday is just that we crossed the international date line. So we technically skipped this day, I think. I don't know. Time is a construct, and I don't always 100% understand it. Okay, so that is the week. I feel like when I film these, I never understand what I'm even saying, so sorry about that if I did not make much sense. So let's flip through what we have left. I'm a big fan of how this turned out, actually. I wasn't entirely sure of it at first, but it all seemed to mostly work out. So as far as what we have left over of the kit, not much. So this sheet is going to go in the garbage, obviously. I have 2 glitter headers left. I have 2 boxes here just because I color blocked, so, you know, I didn't use as many things on those days. And then I have the skinny washi that I still don't see where I would even fit it in, and then 3 asterisks. So that's what's left there. And then as far as underlays, I have 2 of these, which will just go back in my collection because, like, gold I can use anytime, and I'll probably repurchase these anyway for another trip. And then you'll see these again next Plan With Me because they'll still be applicable. Okay. So I think that works really well. Again, I do wish I had flipped every other underlay just so they don't look exactly alike on every single day, but I think this works. I'm gonna go ahead and write everything in, and then we will see the final result. All right, that is everything written in. In this box, I just decided to write in Mexico to California to New Zealand because that was the week. Mexico, California, technically still in the air here. Over here, we're nowhere. We're just over the Pacific Ocean the whole time. Anyway, that is everything filled out. I'm really happy with how this turned out. Very like in-between type of week, but I hope you enjoyed hearing me ramble about it. Next time we will be in New Zealand. So I've already got like all my stickers pulled for the next couple of Plan With Me's. So I'm going to take my time with those because I want them to turn out really well. So hopefully I can keep on track with like Vloguary and uploading daily. It's going to probably extend into February, which of course ends with Uary anyway, so technically still Vloguary, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop being weird. I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.